up on Laker Update.
Snow is in the weekend forecast. Cole will have the details.
Also ahead, exams are next week. Stay tuned for the schedule.
But first, Kayana has a look at new games coming out this year.
Laker
Update starts now.
Good morning, Lakers.
It's Thursday, January 16th.
And this is your live Laker Update.
Starting this new decade, gaming is still part of students' lives. With all the games that came out last year, there's a great expectancy for what new games are coming out this year. Laker Update reporter Kayana King has asked students about what games they think will come out this year.
With the end of 2019 and 2020 becoming the start of a new decade of gaming, many new additions and remakes are being created. With games for PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox One, the lineup is packed. Starting out the year with Final Fantasy, The Walking Dead, Kingdom Hearts, A Long Way Down, Iron Man VR, Animal Crossing, Resident Evil 3, Luigi's Mansion 3, Marvel Avengers, and Last of Us 2.
Do you know what games you're going to play this year? Like new games?
Like video games?
Yeah.
Man, I don't even play video games like that, so I don't even know if I'm gonna play some video games.
Destiny 2, obviously. Mostly Batman, sometimes Fort, Call of Duty, and of course GTA.
Do you know if there are any video games that you think are going to like fail or anything?
Games that are gonna fail? I don't know games that are gonna fail. I know some games that might do good. Like if they drop a new Call of Duty, that's gonna do good. New NBA 2K, stuff like that.
Probably not, unless it's like No Man's Sky getting another, getting thrown in the trash again. Well, they're making a meme game. I don't really know any more games that are coming out.
Do you know what platform you use?
I'm about to get an Xbox, so I don't know what other people be doing, but I know a lot of people here be on the PS4. So.
Xbox and PlayStation. PC and PlayStation.
What games will you be playing in 2020?
Mostly Batman, sometimes Fort, Call of Duty, and of course GTA.
What games do you think will fail this year?
Well, they're making a meme game. I don't really know any more games that are coming out.
What platform will you be using mainly?
Xbox and PlayStation.
There are more games that are expected to be released, like Minecraft Dungeons, Halo Infinite, SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and Elder Scrolls Blades. As you can see, the lineup is packed for the beginning of this year, with more to come. I'm Kayana King.
Mr. Leroy was on today's 60 Seconds, speaking on You Matter Week. Reporter Tommy Habib has more.
"60 Seconds" is a platform that gives students and teachers a chance to talk for 60 seconds about whatever they want. Today we talked to Leroy about You Matter.
Things that I'm supposed to talk about today, I don't know, but I'll talk about a couple of things. I was asked about You Matter Week. I think You Matter is very important, as I've said before. I think it's important that every kid in this building knows that they matter. And also the parents, also the teachers here. I think that's very important to make sure they know they matter also, because they do matter. Kids come back from college and tell me how great they're doing. And I'll say, well, why do you think that is? And they'll say, well, I study hard, Leroy. And I'll say, well, maybe it's something to do with the teachers that got you prepared. That's why you're being successful. Thank a teacher.
Laker Update reporter Amara Siddiqui and some friends gave senior confessions and advice to underclassmen as their journey nears to its end.
A bunch of us seniors wanted to put together a video for you guys on some of the things that we feel are very important that you should know. High school is definitely a time to live it up and to be a kid. This is just some things that we wish you guys knew.
Freshman year is my favorite year of high school.
I'd say my favorite year so far has been my junior year.
So my favorite year of high school, I think, is senior year.
Favorite year of high school, it'd be junior year.
My favorite year of high school was definitely 9th grade.
My favorite year of high school would have to be junior year.
My favorite year of high school is definitely sophomore and freshman year.
My favorite year of high school would probably be this year, senior year, because
I think we learned so much about how the rest of this time would have been, and we met so many new people.
Because I had a lot of friends in classes, and I got my car, so that gave me a lot of freedom.
Cool, because I got to meet a lot of new people and I made a lot of new friends.
I mean, we were also excited to be there and just learning all these new things and different people.
Overall, I really found out who my real friends were. I went out, did a bunch of fun stuff, made some amazing memories with some amazing people.
I learned a lot of lessons that year, and I struggled, so I think I became a better person out of it.
The one thing I would do differently, if I could start high school over.
If I could go back to change one thing.
And then if I was to change anything.
And one thing that I wish I would have done or better in high school.
If there's one thing I would do differently.
If there's one thing I could do over again.
Something I would have done differently.
It would have to be realizing earlier on what was important, like classes-wise and friends.
I would focus a lot more on myself and what would better me as a person instead of like getting so wrapped up, especially in those first 2 years. You're so like new at everything and you don't really know a lot about how everything's gonna go down. So you think the minor things are more important than the major things.
Probably I would have took freshman year grades and on up a little more seriously.
I wouldn't make that choice because I really like where I've ended up.
I
wouldn't take any of it back. It makes me who I am, and I learned from it.
No way, I gotta get up out of here. No chance.
I don't think I would take it because I feel like once you go through it, even if the experiences were bad, you learn so much through them that I would never, ever take any of the experiences back.
Because it's just been the best experience of my life so far. High school has been by far the best 4 years of my life. You know, it's ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been a great roller coaster.
Remember, there is no school on Monday, January 20th, because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Finals are next week and exam jam is almost over today. And today is English and Spanish is tomorrow. Social studies, oh my gosh. Remember that exam jam is only for freshmen. The final schedule is 5th hour on Tuesday, then you go to your even day classes. 1st and 2nd hour on Wednesday, 3rd and 4th hour on Thursday, and 6th and 7th hour on Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will all be half days. Study hard, Lakers.
Students, do not forget peer mentorship and professional apprenticeship applications are due tomorrow. Get your signatures and turn them in before 2:03 tomorrow.
Sports is coming up next.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And when you go out and you go talk to people and you go interview people, it's probably one of the best things you can do.
We had an opportunity to see the job show that live broadcast to the school, which is extremely cool to me because I'm thinking about going into broadcast journalism.
Laker Update starts now. Take it.
It's also just really fun because you can make your own projects and produce your own work and everyone gets to see it and you can be really proud.
You get credit for working and leaving school early. To apply, you must have already taken some type of business class. Stop by and pick up an application for the 2020-2021 school year.
This is Megan. It all started with her walking alone, being followed by this guy. Definitely not her friend. She'll be kidnapped again, and again, and again, and again. The only solution is to walk with a friend. Hashtag never walk alone.
This weekend we'll be receiving a measurable amount of snow, so get your shovels ready.
Laker Update weather reporter Cole DeStefano has more on our weather.
Thank you, Brandon and Stephanie. There's up to 3 to 6 inches of snow this weekend, so be careful on the roads. With a current condition of 31 degrees, a dew point of 30 degrees, a humidity of 69%, and a wind speed from the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. With today's high, we have a high of 31, a low of 16. On average, it's a high of 30 with a low of 15, and our record was set with a high of 55 and a low of negative 13. As for today, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 34. Tomorrow, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 27. On Saturday, it's going to be possibly snowy with a high of 39. On Sunday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 21. And on Monday, it's also going to be cloudy with a high of 22. As for news afar, Australia's wildfires are finally coming to the end with the hope of rain. Rain recently hit this past yesterday, and with more in the future, hopefully the wildfires will be out. Thank you, and back to you.
Teams won last night are WB hockey, basketball, and skiing teams.
Reporter Melanie Sorkira has more on your sports today.
Thanks, Brandon and Stephanie. Hey, Lakers. Today we have some fresh sports news in the swamp. This week there were a handful of victories for the Lakers. The varsity boys hockey team won against Oxford Avondale with a score overview of 3-1. Yesterday, the girls varsity skiing team won against Lakeland by 10 points. Lastly, the boys JV team won against Farmington with a score of 52-50. And that's your sports news today. Back to you, Brandon and Stephanie.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for watching Laker Update.
You can connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and LakerUpdate.com.
Have a great day, Lakers.